Hello and welcome to new broadcasts on TayNinhTV with some latest events in Tây Ninh province as well as in nationwide. And now we came into details. Now for the details new content. Ladies and gentlemen, on the morning of June 17, Acting Chairman of the Provincial People's Committee Nguyễn Hồng Thanh, together with Vice Chairman of the Provincial People's Committee Đoàn Trung Kiên, Trần Văn Chiến, co-chaired the regular meeting of the Provincial People's Committee in June 2025 to give opinions on a number of important areas.
Regarding the field of finance, the members of the Provincial People's Committee gave opinions on a number of contents such as the implementation of the Socio-Economic Development Plan, public investment, the state budget in the first 6 months of the year and the key tasks in the last 6 months of 2025, approval and judgment of investment policies for a number of chicken farm projects in the province, adjusting investment policy for a number of projects on irrigation, transportation, and etc. Regarding the fields of agriculture and environment, the members of the Provincial People's Committee gave their opinions on the closure of a number of landfills and mineral mines in the province. At the same time, they gave their opinions on the granting of mineral exploitation licenses to a number of enterprises in localities in the province. At the meeting, the members of the Provincial People's Committee also gave their opinions on the contents of the fields of industry and trade, education and training. Typically, the results of the appraisal of the dossier requesting approval of the list of power-rich investment projects of the Environmental Technology Stock Company and the Clean Water and Environment Center. The fundamental and comprehensive innovation of education and training, meeting the requirements of industrialization and modernization in the condition of a socialist-oriented market economy and international integration. Speaking in the meeting, the acting chairman of the Provincial People's Committee, Nguyễn Hồng Thanh, agreed with the contents presented by the departments and branches. At the same time, it is recommended that the sectors and localities urge investors to quickly implement the process on schedule, focusing on projects with the intermediate and long-term motivation, accelerate approved transport projects, pay attention to and prepare the best conditions for the 2025 National High School Graduation Exam and prepare content for the new school year of 2025 and 2026.
On the morning of June 17, Ms. Nguyễn Thị Xuân Hương, member of the Standing Committee, head of the Provincial Party Committee's Propaganda and Mass Mobilization Department, attended the 6th Conference to commend typical advanced farmers of the Farmers Union to review 5 years of implementing Resolution number 10 and Resolution number 14 of the Central Executive Committee of the Vietnam Farmers Union, organized by TayNinhTV Farmers Union. Over the past 5 years, the emulation movement of TayNinhTV Farmers Union has developed strongly, with many activities to build rural infrastructure, transform the structure of crops and livestock, and apply biotechnology to increase productivity and income for farmers, contributing to building an increasingly innovative locality. The emulation contents are specified in various fields, meeting the requirements, aspirations, and promoting the creativity of members and farmers. Speaking at the conference, head of the Propaganda and Mass Mobilization Department, Nguyễn Thị Xuân Hương, affirmed that the results achieved by the Farmers Union at all levels and farmer members in the past time has varied out, clearly demonstrating the pioneering, united, and creative role of farmers in the socio-economic development of the province. The Congress honors 36 typical events examples in the patriotic emulation movement for the period of 2020-2025. These are on pioneers in labor, creativity in production, contributing to creating positive changes in agriculture, farmers, rural areas of TayNinhTV.
On the afternoon of June 16 in Tây Ninh province, the Central Council of the Youth Pioneer have the opening of the 2025 Nation Kim Dong Training Camp.
Attending the event, there were Mr. Lê Anh Quân, Vice Chairman of the Central Council for the Young Pioneers, Chairman of the Central Training Council, Head of the Training Camp Organizing Committee. The event was attended by Mr. Lê Anh Quân, Vice Chairman of the Central Council of the Young Pioneers, Chairman of the Central Training Council, Head of the Training Camp Organizing Committee. This year, National Kim Dong Training Camp gathered 165 campers who are team leaders from provinces and cities nationwide. The 2025 National Kim Dong Training Camp took place from June 16 to 22nd, with 7 teams. Pink Scarf for Reunion, Pink Scarf for Readiness, Pink Scarf for Training, Pink Cap for Talent, Pink Cap for Friendship, Pink Cap for Faith, and Pink Cap for Reaching Far. This is an annual activity to continue to standardize the team of coaches and officers in charge of the team at all levels, contributing to improving the quality of teamwork and the children's movement in the new situation.
And in a socio-economic development target to 2030, the province intensifies industry and tourism services as the main driving force for the province's growth. And to achieve the set target, the province is constantly implementing many investment attraction policies, prioritizing process with the advanced technology, environmentally friendly and in line with the province development plan. According to statistics by mid-June of 2025, the province's industrial parks and economic zones had attracted for 412 investment projects, including 211 FDI projects and 101 domestic projects. In the first 6 months of 2025 alone, the province has granted investment registration certificates and investment policies for 45 projects, including 34 domestic projects and 11 foreign projects, an increase of 83% in the number of newly attracted projects compared to the same period in 2024. And to develop industry in a sustainable direction, the province is currently focusing on improving the business environment, increasing investment attraction, developing the business force, and strongly promoting the private economy, collective economy, and cooperatives. Promotes the selective investment attraction, issues a list of investment attraction projects in the province in 2025.
Ladies and gentlemen, in the context of strong digital transformation, TayNinhTV radio and television station has been gradually restructuring to adapt to the digital media environment. Despite facing many challenges, the station team of reporters, editors, and technicians still maintain their roles in propagating the party and state policy and guidelines, constantly try to improve competitiveness and financial autonomy, and gradually affirm their position in the new era.
The merger of the press sector, renaming, streamlining the apparatus, and converting the operating model is not only a change in organization but also a major shift in thinking and journalism methods. The challenge is how can the provincial press agency maintain its role in guiding information after the merger while quickly adapting to the fiercely competitive digital media environment? And at the same time, the opportunity here is that we are implementing the goal of being lean, strong, efficient, effective, and efficiently. And I want to mention that if we let two press agencies have the same issue, the same topic of an event, we have to send to tell people to get information. If we merge, we will certainly save input, that is, the work of reporters to work on their scenes. To save for other products, other topics with a higher demand, there is another opportunity for us to select individuals who can meet the increasingly high requirements for the press environment, their increasingly requirements for digital transformation pressure, and even the way of doing things is much completely changed compared to the traditional way of doing things before. In addition, the merger of the main press agencies of the province also brings opportunities for journalists. With the new organizational model, the team of reporters, editors, and technicians have the opportunity to access the modern technology platforms, learn multimedia skills, and improve their journalism capacity in the digital environment. Streamlining the apparatus means the higher requirements for professional quality, but it is also a motivation for journalists to innovate their thinking, master technology, and develop themselves more comprehensively. With the current trend of technology development in digital transformation, we can concentrate data, we can concentrate documents, and we can produce online, not necessarily where we have to concentrate. That is also an opportunity for us to apply digital transformation quickly, strongly, and practically. As for the method, in fact, I see the challenge here, especially in terms of human resources and organizational structure, right at a time when we acknowledge that there will be redundancy. We will also do that within 5 years so that we can adjust and rearrange it to suit the actual requirements, and that is the work that we must build specific criteria and standards to ensure that we retain truly capable people, and those who do not meet the needs will voluntarily withdraw from the organization. During this period, when the presidency merge and consolidate, the journalists are required to adapt to all types of journalism. For example, before we did not do print journalism or online journalism. Now we have to learn, study, and research to be able to do all types of kind of journalism. It's a young generation as well as the Secretary of the Youth Union. I still see this as an opportunity for me to change my working mindset, the way of organizing activities and innovate in journalism activities also. And it is also an opportunity for us to show our spirit. And it is also an opportunity for us to show the creativity in coming time. And the most important thing is that we must be proactive to adapt to the new environments. Regardless of the stage, the journalists at TayNinhTV radio and television station always maintain their political will, sense of responsibility, and love for the profession. In the face of the requirements of digital transformation and restructuring of journalism, this team will continue to promote the spirit of innovation, learn technology, and improve their skills to meet the requirements of propaganda in a new situation, contributing to affirming the position and role of the unit in a modern media environment. On the afternoon of June 17 in Ho Chi Minh City, the Party Committee and Command Military Region 7 held a meeting with the leaders of the Propaganda and Mass Mobilization departments, the Department of Culture, Sports and Tourism of the provinces and cities, the new associates and press in the military region to celebrate the 100th anniversary of the Vietnam Revolutionary Press Day, June the 21st. Acknowledging, appreciating, and thanking the news associates and press for always accompanying and promptly propagating the results of military, defense, and foreign affairs activities of the armed forces of Military Region 7 in the past time, the Major General Trần Vinh Ngọc, Party Committee Secretary, Political Commissioner of Military Region 7, suggested that in the coming time, the unit needs to focus on coordinating propaganda on the results of performing the three functions, including combat army, working army, and production labor army, focus on writing the high consensus among the whole society on the policy of arranging local military organization in the process of renewing the political system and building a two-level local government. On this occasion, the Military Region 7 commended collectives and individuals with outstanding achievements in coordinating propaganda activities of the military region's armed forces in 2024 and the first 6 months of 2025.
Although there is still half a way to go, the socio-economic picture of the province in the first 6 months of 2025 has recorded many bright spots. The economic structure continues to shift in the right direction. Trade, tourism, and investment have flourished strongly.
Tourism revenue reached more than 2,700 billion Vietnam dong, reaching 100% of the annual plan. Export turnover reached $3.39 billion, up 5% over the same period. Foreign investment attraction increased 1.48 times. Along with that, the total local budget revenue is estimated at more than 7,300 billion Vietnam dong, equal to 56% of the annual estimate. These impressive figures have created an important foundation for TayNinhTV province to confidently set a growth target of 10% in the last 6 months of the year. Currently, TayNinhTV province is focusing on promoting key projects such as Ho Chi Minh City Mobile Expressway, Portuguese Economic Zone, regional traffic connectivity, focusing on administrative reform, digital transformation, streamlining the apparatus.
These days at TayNinhTV Youth Learning Center, the summer atmosphere is bustling and colorful. In addition to fun and youthful summer activity, the talent classes here are also attracting a large number of children to participate.
Its class is a creative playground where the children can develop their passion, practice their skills, and discover new abilities. Summer is the ideal time for the children to participate in activities, explore their talents, develop their skills, and train themselves also. At the TayNinhTV Youth Learning Center, the talent classes organized have brought an exciting learning space, attracting the participation of many children. Unlike many activities for the teacher and friends to play, learn basketball, learn pickleball, and learn swimming also, learn singing also. And I like sport activities more because the basketball and pickleball are very fun. Learning swimming is also very fun, and learning singing is also very interesting. I feel happy because I have friends to play with during the summer vacation, and I also have the useful extracurricular activities instead of sitting at home and watching TV. Instead of being at school, I feel that here I still study, but it will reduce most of my stress. I hope that this summer I can participate in the extracurricular activities and every summer. From sports such as basketball, pickleball, and swimming to art classes such as singing, dancing, jazz, class attract the enthusiastic participation of the children. And this is not only an opportunity for the children to relax after a stressful year of studying, but also an opportunity for them to be more active, creative, and develop the comprehensively in the terms of physical, mental, and skills. And in order to meet the increasing demand for the healthcare and protection for the people in the new era of the national development, the medical examination, treatment, and rehabilitation system in the province has been completed from the provincial level to the grassroots level. And to date, the whole province has 4 provincial hospitals, 9 district health centers, and 3 private general hospitals, 1 private specialized hospital, and 94 commune, rural, and town health stations. The facilities, the medical equipment, and techniques of the public health system have been invested in synchronously and modernly, along with encouraging the development of the non-public health facilities also, partly to improve the quality of medical examination, treatment, and health care for the people. A number of new specialized and complex medical techniques have been deployed and successfully implemented at the General Hospital of TayNinhTV, contributing to reducing the cost and improving the patient satisfaction. Currently, the province has built and developed the electronic medical record system project at medical facilities in the province to create the favorable conditions for the people when going for medical examination and treatment.
Responding to the Month of Action for Children, on June 17, the Association for the Protection of Disabled, the Poor, and the Protection of Children Rate of TayNinhTV Province coordinate with sponsor to organize the program Give Wings to Dream for Children with Disabilities.
The program was attended by Ms. Đỗ Thị Huệ, Vice President of the Vietnam Association for the Relief of Disabled Children. At the program, the Vietnam Association for the Relief of Disabled Children awarded 50 scholarships with a total value of 55 million Vietnam dong to children with disabilities who have overcome difficulties to excel in their studies. Along with that, the Ngọc Lực Company Limited awarded 100 gifts, each worth 400,000 Vietnam dong. Asia Secondary School awarded 40 gifts and cash, each worth 600,000 Vietnam dong, and 10 bicycles, with a total value of 70 million Vietnam dong supported by the charity group of Hiệp Ninh Washington City.
Ladies and gentlemen, with the highest political determination, together with the pillars of solidarity, joint effort, and unanimity, the state and the people work together. Thái Bình province has so far completed the task of eliminating temporary and dilapidated houses for poor and nearby households in the area, reaching the targets ahead of deadline assigned by the government.
This is a growing effort of the country when it has to simultaneously carry out tasks according to the 2-level local government model according to the central government's policy, while still ensuring the implementation of political and social tasks in the locality. And this rainy and stormy season, many poor nearby households in Thái Bình province no longer have to worry about their house deteriorating, and it is a great joy for them, and also a clear demonstration of the deep concern of the party in the state and the local authorities for the disadvantaged in the society, then thereby creating motivation for rising up and escaping poverty and stabilize the people's lives. Before, my house was only 30 square meters, but it was wrecked, and the storm and winds kept pushing the roof up, and it leaked a lot. And with the help from the authorities, I had this opportunity to get 100 million Vietnam dong. When I asked my grandchildren to compensate, and they let me build a new, spacious, and beautiful house like this, I'm very happy. Without the support of the state, my husband and I would not have been able to build a house and would just live there. I thank the district and the commune and the village for their attention in helping me have a house. with the spirits of running and lining up at the same time, not leaving any area vacant, delaying work when implementing the policy of arranging and streamlining apparatus, especially implementing the two-level local government model. In recent times, the party committees and authorities at all levels in Taiwan province have carried out the parallel tasks, especially the work of eliminating temporary and dilapidated houses, ensuring the progress and quality and completion before June 20th, as directed by the Provincial Steering Committee.
That's all for today, TTV News. Thank you for being with us, and goodbye for now.